did it. Got to 5,000 subscribers, and I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. Thank you to everyone that's subscribed. Thank you to everyone that's been there since the beginning, new and everywhere in between. Your support is beautiful. It sounds strange to say this, but it's become one of the most rewarding experiences of my life to be able to create something that I feel good about putting out, something that is creatively fulfilling for me, and I can present it to an audience that likes it and that has something to say about it, and more people are coming onto the channel and enjoying the content, and that's what I want. I want to give people a break. I want to give people a break from the day and just be able to sit down and relax, reduce the stresses that they have in their everyday lives, and just to take a couple minutes to watch something that's interesting to them. And, you know, tech reviews aren't necessarily for everybody. I understand that. But the way that I'm trying to do it is, not only are these videos about products that I like, products that I want to talk about, and products that I want to explain to you to kind of help you make better purchase decisions. That's the whole concept of the channel. I want to be able to create some sort of community of people that all know each other. And I want people to be able to come to these videos and go down in the comment section and see friends and be able to communicate with them, share ideas, share topics, just to be able to laugh. And over the course of 6 months, since I've started this in January, 5,000 of you, over 5,000 of you at this point, I think it's like almost like 5,500 at this point, because I reached it like over the weekend. You have all decided that this is a place that you want to be, albeit maybe for a short period of time throughout the week, but that means more than you know. Because like I was saying, I reached the 5,000 over the weekend. I reached it at work, and somebody there asked me, they said, you know, what does that do? Like, what does 5,000 do? Like, what does that mean to you? And, you know, my response was, you know, I was excited. I didn't really know how to answer that, really. You know, I mean, I had a couple technical answers, which I'll kind of get to that in a second, but I've had a couple days to think about it, and I really wanted to be able to answer that question before I made this video of what does 5,000 mean to me. And it means, oh man, it's really hard to talk about this without getting like a little emotional. I know that sounds crazy. It means community. It means a second family. It means a group of people that I can count on in a way that is different than any other kind of experience and any other kind of friendships that I have, you know, out in kind of like my everyday life. It just, I feel lucky. And not just like lucky in like the biggest sense of the word. Not just like I feel like lucky to be able to do this kind of thing. But just lucky in the biggest sense of the word. And I feel like this could potentially be the greatest job that I've ever had. And, you know, you get to set your own schedule. You get to have a creative outlet that is yours. I mean, this is me. This is my stuff that I get to put out to you. And people can like or to dislike it. So far, you know, I think like close to like 5,500 of you have liked it so far. And I look forward to growing that community. And YouTube has kind of become my life in more than a few ways. So when I say thank you for 5,000 subscribers, I was rattling my brain over the past couple of days of how to express that to you and how to tell you exactly what that means to me. And it's, and I think eventually I'll get there, but I decided to make the video anyway, even though I couldn't really exactly find a way to tell you exactly how thankful I am, other than just what 5,000 means to me, and it means everything. So thank you. But the other question that somebody was asking me, and if some of you haven't seen these kind of things before, by the way, just to kind of let you know, I do these kind of videos every so often. And I wanted to kind of give my audience, I started doing it at 100 subscribers, 500, then 1,000. I planned on doing it for like 2, 3, 4, 5,000 subscribers, because I was kind of planning on it like taking longer to get to that point. I got to 5,000. I went from like 2,000 to 5,000 in like 30 days or so, which is kind of crazy. So I was going to make a video for each one of the 1,000 benchmarks, but having one of these kind of videos like every like week or so would have been a little bit overkill. So I kind of waited until 5,000 to get to that point. But for those of you that are newer within the last month that hasn't seen one of these videos before, this is just another way for me to communicate with my audience because of how my other videos are highly edited. And you get it, I mean, that's me, you know, like that's my sense of humor, it's the way that I communicate, it's my passion for what I'm talking about. I mean, that is me. But this is more of like a personal kind of discussion, more of a personal level. You're getting to know me more as to like, if you were sitting in front of me, this is how I would talk to you. And it tends to be a little bit longer pauses. I do those really terrible things that you're not supposed to do on video, just naturally in my speech. So I do these kind of things to kind of let my audience know me on a little bit more of a personal level. I like to be very open and I like to be as vulnerable as I possibly can to kind of let you know more about me. So if you haven't seen like the other ones, you can go back to my video library and you can see like all like the other these kind of videos that I do, and it's just me just sitting there just talking to you. But anyway, to go back to what I was saying about the 5,000 subscribers, the other question that I got, not only the question, the biggest question was, you know, what does that mean to you? You know, what do you do with that? The other one was, does 5,000 subscribers on YouTube mean that you made it? Like, people were kind of treating it like it was this life-changing experience and that it was this life-changing number. And I mean, yes and no. Like, I wouldn't say it's life-changing, but you definitely have more influence. And depending on what you do with that influence, really depends on the kind of life-changing experience you'll have from 5,000 subscribers. So, I mean, there's a couple things that 5,000 means. There's different types of websites and there's different types of networking websites that basically there's a barrier of entry. Some of them are 5,000, some of them are 10, some of them are higher. And these kind of things get you into this larger pool of with other creators who have this large amount of influence. That means that other companies can contact you. And it's much easier for you to work with companies to be able to create not only more videos, but more like up-to-date trending videos, because there's larger companies that have a little bit more influence in the current market and that are more well-known products. And you're able to work with them and they're able to find you a lot easier. And you don't have to go email hunting with these people, because that's pretty much how I get my products, is I just email like 50 companies and I might get back like 2 or 3 responses. That's like on average. And if you decide that you want to do a check channel too, then that's a common thing. You know, you send out a whole bunch of emails just basically expressing your interest, letting them know that your audience would really like to see this kind of thing. And you have to genuinely believe in the product, obviously. Think it's something that you would like to review. And maybe they'll get back to you, maybe they won't. Most of the time they don't. Most of the time they don't respond. But the more subscribers that you get, the more that they will respond. So, I mean, probably 2 or 3 is probably the wrong thing. If I send out 50, I'll probably get like 10 or 15 or so back. But in the beginning, it was, I send out 100 and I might get 1 back. So if you're thinking about starting one, just understand that there is that kind of barrier and you have to kind of put in your time to be able to get to the point to where you're able to work with these larger companies. So anyway, you're able to kind of have a larger influence, and other companies are able to trust you a little bit more, and that just does a lot of really positive things. So, you know, it makes it to where I can make more videos. You might get different kinds of deals where you're able to kind of supplement your income in some way, and that's, I mean, that's something that you have to think about as well, because while this is a YouTube channel, a lot of people don't really think of it as a business. It is. If you want to do this as a career, you do have to treat it as a business. But you also have to do it because you love it, and that's kind of the first thing. The business kind of side of it kind of like comes later, and that's kind of behind the scenes. But you really have to have a passion for this kind of thing in order to even continue it, because you don't really get paid for this kind of stuff. I mean, the amount of money that I've made off of this kind of stuff is so tiny, like teeny tiny. I've been doing it for 6 months. Usually people have to put into like years of work rather, in order to really see any sort of like monetary like return on investment from that kind of stuff. So in a way, that's kind of good, because YouTube kind of polices its own, it kind of creates its own filter and its own barrier for people who are just doing it for a quick buck. Initially, I kind of thought that that's what I would do, is I'd be able to do this for like, you know, some nice side income. And come to find out, it takes a really long time to get that going, but it's not impossible, right? But I enjoyed it so much initially, even after I found out that the monetary gains wouldn't come until much later. I was having so much fun with it that I decided just to keep going. And the community that I was creating so quickly was just so wonderful, I couldn't leave it. And as the community grows, you gain this greater sense of responsibility, not only for the message that you want to put out for yourself, but also the message that you want to help others. And I don't know if that's necessarily unique to me and kind of like the group that we've created within this channel. There's like a whole bunch of other like YouTubers that I've kind of become friends with over the course of doing this, and they're kind of like me in that way too, that they just want to help people. And I think that that's the beautiful part of this medium, is that it's one of the last altruistic places on the internet, that you just want to help people just for the sake of doing it. And I think that when somebody asks me, the other question that people ask me is like, how have you gone to 5,000 in 6 months? How do you do that? And as I was saying, with one of my friends on YouTube, his name is Justin Bravo. He just put out a video yesterday, or this morning, about it. He has like this like crazy posting schedule. I think he posts at like 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes. So I think it's technically this morning. To where he was talking about this very same thing. And his response to this of like, you know, how do you grow your channel? Because he's got like 42,000 subscribers and he's grown, you know, about 10 times faster than I have. And his response is like me, to where you say like, you can give these like kind of generic responses, but his words is that everybody has their own journey. And it was a brilliant way of putting it, because that is so true, is that I can sit here and I can give you bullet points of how to grow your channel, how to be successful on YouTube, but it has to be tailored specifically to you. So I could probably sit down and I could work with one channel and I can say, all right, you know, here's the truth, here's the honest truth about what you're doing wrong in your channel, here's things that you could probably do better. Try that, see if it works. And I could go through and I could, you know, go through their social media strategies. I could go through how they do SEO stuff, how they rank their videos. I could do all that stuff for them. I can go through and I can help them in that way. But there's just the things that you can't define about each specific channel, because everybody has their own journey and everybody has a certain way that they're supposed to be speaking to their audience. And the way that he believes and the way that I believe and the way that our other friends within our kind of like circle that we've all created within YouTube, it's the spirit of giving. You're there to serve other people. And through that selflessness of helping others, you're able to gain success through that. It kind of rebounds back to you in a way. So I'm a strong believer in community in YouTube. I'm a strong believer in giving back to the community in any way that I possibly can, and helping other YouTubers, especially small YouTubers, because I was there at one point I was there myself, and I was able to receive help, and it worked out for me. So, I mean, he gave some really great points. I'll actually put his video in the description down below so you can kind of watch his, because he has some really great points, and I don't want to like go over those points, and I don't want to like take his points. I'll kind of like create my own. Like I think he had like 5 points in his, and it was great advice. So I definitely recommend watching his video. I'll put it in the description down below. But as far as like for me, I guess I could say like I can narrow it down to probably 3 things. One, and the most important one, is to be yourself. So when I was first starting, I was trying to find like a formula. I was trying to find a style of what I wanted my videos to be like. And my videos and my styles are still evolving, and it will always continue to evolve, by the way. So don't get married to one specific way of doing a video. Don't get married to one specific type of video or the way that you're doing it. Just understand, read your audience, see what's working, see what's not, and adjust. And you just have to do what other people are interested in watching, okay? You can't just copy somebody and expect that to be gain success off of that. Now you can take somebody's style initially and just kind of like just as a way to get to know the medium, to get to kind of see like how people respond to that type of style, and then slowly kind of migrate into your own. So it's not bad to kind of like copy in a way, but don't continue to do it. Like do it a little bit and then just kind of make your own kind of thing, because you need to insert your own personality. That's kind of the whole point of this medium, is people need to know you as a person. And something that people said, VidCon just recently happened, and if you don't know what VidCon is, it's basically like YouTube and like an internet. It's predominantly YouTube, but there's like other social mediums like Facebook and Instagram and all that kind of stuff. And it's basically a convention for video creator mediums. And YouTube's kind of a big part of that. And that happened just recently over this past weekend over in Anaheim, California. And this channel called Video Influencers, run by this guy Benji and Sean. And it's a great channel also. I'll also put that in the description as well. I watch it all the time. They offer a lot of really great tips for things. And they said something that was really interesting, is that the CEO of YouTube, she spoke about the numbers that YouTube is pulling. And specifically speaking of the numbers of users that are using YouTube. There's 1.5 billion, with a B, billion users on YouTube currently. And by the way, that is registered users, not just people who just go on YouTube, because you don't have to have an account to search for something on YouTube. You can just go on there, you can find something, you can watch a video, and you're done. 1.5 billion registered YouTubers. That is bigger than it has ever been, and it is continuing to grow. Forbes talks about how 2017 to 2020 is going to be the biggest year for video influencers, because you're getting this huge wave of people that are kind of coming of age, that is coming onto this social media medium of YouTube, and just kind of just starting to absorb this stuff. So it's not there's literally no better time than to start a YouTube channel right now, because there's 1.5 billion people who are going to be absorbing your information. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again, a lot of people think that they don't want to start something, or they don't want to be on YouTube, because they feel like the space is too crowded. They feel like it's too big, and how are they going to stand out with that? And Sean and Benji, in this video that they talked about, VidCon, their point was that now that there's so many people, there is an audience for everything. And they gave a specific example of like, what if you if you want to have a health channel, okay? So now that you have a health channel, they call it niching, and then we call it niching down. So you have a health channel, and then you have like maybe like a healthy cooking channel. So that's a niche down. And then you can now niche down even further, because there's so many people. You can niche down even further to maybe making like green smoothies, like specifically a channel about green smoothies, period. And that's all it's about. And you can get pretty good numbers off of that. You can get a really large following because it's popular. And there is just not a better time than just to get onto YouTube right now. If you've been thinking about it, if you're watching this and you've been contemplating starting a YouTube channel, do it now. Or if you're just thinking about like, God, I have a YouTube channel and I'm not getting the viewership, I'm not getting the subscribers, and I've been doing this for a while, change it up. There are 1.5 billion people that are on the medium. If people aren't seeing your stuff, or if they aren't like vibing with what you're putting out, maybe change it up a little bit, because there is an audience for you with 1.5 billion people. I guarantee it. It's not a better time than to be on the medium. And being yourself is okay. Being yourself is kind of required on the medium because you want people to know you. Don't copy somebody else because they have their own audience and you're not going to steal their audience, because these type of things kind of require a sort of loyalty and feeling of togetherness and family. And that's kind of what I feel like we've created with on my channel. I feel like I have some very close friends that I've made off of this, and I love all of you for it. To kind of speak more to the be yourself thing, you just have to find people who are like you, and you just have to consistently be yourself while being consistent on YouTube. So always make sure that you're putting out videos on a consistent basis. I put videos out at least once a week. Things like this, I'll put out like a couple. But you just have to consistently be yourself while being consistent. Number two, sorry, I spoke about that a little bit long. Number two is creating some sort of community. That's kind of what I'm doing with this. It's what I do with Justin Bravo. We're kind of like creating this larger community of YouTubers, and people, we're kind of like cross-pollinating our fan bases. And it's with myself, and it's with a whole bunch of other different YouTubers. And that's incredibly, incredibly important. And if you think about doing something like this, like on YouTube, you have to create a community, and you have to be involved in it, period. And the third thing, probably, I don't know, I'd say this might be the most important thing, at least for me, at least for how I do my channel and how I want to communicate with my audience. It's just to give. Give. Always give on your channel. You can be like if you're a tech channel like me, give the time. Give your time to the businesses. Give free stuff. So you can just say like, hey, listen, I don't want anything from you. I just want to be able to talk about your product. Do you have like any kind of like product samples that you can send me? I'd be more than happy to send it back to you after I'm done with the review. And I don't want to make you lose any kind of money. And just see if you like it. I'm going to put out something for you. I'm going to put out a video for you and just see if you like it. And then that's sort of like a resume that you're trying to create. You're trying to prove yourself to these people, and you're trying to give. You always want to think about what you can do for them, and eventually, if the relationship is good, especially with you in the business, then they will eventually want to give back to you for being so kind. The energy that you put out is the energy that you'll get back, period. And a lot of times when you ask them and say, like, you know, can I review something for you, and I'll just put a video out for you, I'm not asking for anything in return, maybe just a product. A lot of times they won't require you to send it back. That's happened to me like a couple times, but that was like way in the beginning. But now that's not really an issue. They just kind of let you keep it for putting out a video. You want to give your time to people as well. So if somebody comments, and this is huge, and this is something that I'll try to do for as long as I possibly can, you want to comment back on everything. If somebody took the time to watch your video and they're nice enough to comment, and they have a thought, and they have an expression that they want to reach out to you, and they want to comment, 99% of the time, they're just going to think that other people that have watched the video are going to read it. It means the world to them. Sometimes. I mean, that's kind of talking large of myself. It means the world to them that a creator will respond. And it's nothing, right? It's nothing that is like, it doesn't take a lot of time from you. Just dedicate some time to like sitting down and just, you know, you can do it like, you know, one at a time, like as somebody responds. Or you can just sit down and take like, you know, like 20 minutes and just go through all of them, go through all the comments on your videos and respond to all of them. Let them know how much you appreciate them watching. Let them know that you heard them. Let them know that you're listening and that you're present. And that's just so vitally important. And I think that I've created this larger community because of that. And it's not a strategy, by the way. You can't think of it in that way. It's that I genuinely love it. I genuinely love talking to my audience, and I love talking to all of you, period. And if I could have that as my only job and I could just sit there and just respond to comments all day, that'd be great. But like I said, I want to do that as long as I possibly can. Because if my channel got to maybe like 100,000 subscribers, say that's a crazy number, right? 100,000 subscribers, and each video is getting, you know, 20,000 views in the first day or something like that, because that happens to those people who have those kind of numbers. And then you get 10,000 responses. You get 10,000 comments. There's literally not enough time in the day for somebody to respond back to all of that. So when that kind of thing happens, or if you have a channel that has that kind of responses, do the right thing and just let people know. Just say like, hey, in the first hour that this video is up, I respond to everything in the first hour. Take an hour. It's fine. What is that costing you? Nothing. And that is something that you're giving back to your community, and you're giving back to your channel and your viewers and your subscribers. You're giving them back something. You're giving them back an interaction. You're giving them back a connection. And on YouTube, that's priceless. There's no amount of advertising strategy, money that you can pay for whatever marketing person that's going to get your name out there. There's no amount of money that can pay for that type of incredible communication and connection with your audience. And the other thing that you can do is shout outs. So like I said, like in the video that Justin put out, he did this like shout out Sunday kind of thing, and I'm no different. I like to do shout outs as well, and I like to promote other channels, especially smaller channels, and let people know things that I genuinely love, channels that I watch all the time, or even new channels that I discover that are great. And I might not know them personally, but I just discovered something, and I want to let you guys know about it too. So here's the section to where I want to do shout outs, and this is something that is really huge, because I want to put out this energy of giving, and I want my audience to think of it in that way as well. Please, 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 please do me a huge favor and subscribe to these 3 channels that I'm going to talk about. One of them, his name is Dan. He has like a tech channel like me. It's called Straight Up Tech, and I'll put his link in the description down below. He does a lot of like really like great videos. He does like a couple product reviews. He's very knowledgeable about computers. He does like PC builds and stuff like that. So if you're into that kind of thing, make sure to check out his channel. Give him a subscribe. Let him know that I sent you. He's a really, really nice guy. I like the guy a lot. We talk all the time. Great dude. Definitely recommend actually subscribing to his channel. Also, close friends, Joey and Mac, from a channel called Joey Mac TV. It's a brand new channel, and it's kind of like a sketch comedy, like / radio show that's like visual in a way. It's kind of like, it's kind of like, if you've ever watched like Jackass, if you've ever watched like those kind of things where it's like this real like kind of like very like dude heavy, like just pepper spraying each other in the face kind of thing, and just doing a lot of like really silly stuff that's like kind of harmful to watch, or kind of harmful to each other, but it's like kind of funny and entertaining to watch because you get to have to watch somebody else go through that kind of thing. But they're really funny. I like them a lot. Their channel just started. They will continue to evolve and grow. Everything will get better, and I'm just really excited that they were able to start this thing up. And I talk to them often, and they are just so excited to just be doing what they're doing. And if you guys could just give them some love as well, subscribe to them also. Please subscribe to them, and I once again let them know that I sent you, just to say hi. They're really cool guys. Also, a brand new channel that I found out actually from Justin Bravo, because he just mentioned this in his Shout Out Sunday, was from, it's called Grain of Rice. It's from this like brother-sister, they're brothers and sisters that run the vlog, and I think their names are Lucky and Jan, and just so incredibly cinematic. And that's something that I can like really appreciate, is when somebody not only has like a really interesting vlog, I like watching that kind of stuff, but when it's just, there's that extra level of detail that's placed into it that just, it almost makes you feel like you're watching something that is far more professional than something on YouTube. Because I think the trick of YouTube is to present something as an amateur, and like to be an amateur in a sense, but present it in a professional manner. And I think this is, they exemplify that brilliantly. Doing a vlog or something like that to where it's not very structured, that's the amateur aspect of it, but how it looks is very professional, and it's beautiful. I've kind of absorbed like a lot of their videos. Like earlier today, I watched like 10 of them, and they're fantastic. So I highly recommend checking them out as well. Once again, let them know that I sent you. That would just be wonderful, and I would really, really appreciate it, and it would mean the world not only to me, but to them. So do the right thing, and just please subscribe to them, and just stay subscribed to them. Don't do a mean thing about subscribing and then unsubscribing a day later. Just there's no harm in it. Just subscribe to them and just stay subscribed. That'd be great. I'd really appreciate it. So now that all that part is done, you saw in the thumbnail that I also had a huge announcement. And if all of you have made it to this point, thank you. Because it's, what, 30 minutes in? And I'm sorry, this is kind of how these things go. They tend to run a little bit long, so I apologize. But quickly, wanted to let you guys know that something huge happened. And this kind of goes back to what the 5,000 subscriber thing means. And you can have this kind of thing too. And it doesn't necessarily mean that just because you get 5,000 subscribers means that you automatically get these type of opportunities. You have to present yourself, and you have to go out there and earn it. And you have to present yourself in a way that is going to be valuable to these types of brands. Some of you might have seen it on my other social media, like a little bit of a tease about this, but also if you've been paying attention, right there, that is my announcement. I am officially announcing that I am a brand ambassador for Slick Wraps. And if you don't know what Slick Wraps is a website. You might have heard similar other websites like Colorware or dbrand or something like that, but they don't hold a candle to Slick Wraps. I've loved their product for quite some time, and I've had a bunch of stuff from them. So basically what they do is they have these wraps that go around your peripherals. So they'll do it they have it for phones and tablets and computers, gaming systems and controllers, wearable tech, kind of like with the Apple Watch, stuff like that, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff that has you can put these wraps and on the Amazon Echo. You can put it on drones, which I'm going to do that here pretty soon. You can do it on Apple accessories like the Apple AirPods or the Apple Pencil if you have one of those. There's also the Google Home, solid state SSD cards, GoPros, headphones Beats headphones. There's also cases and mouse pads all right, this one. This is one of those long mouse pads that you have for your mouse and your keyboard. And I mean, look at this thing. Look at how beautiful that is. Look how crazy that is. This is a design from Justin Mahler. And if you don't know about Justin Mahler, he's this really, really amazing, incredible artist that just does these really hyper stylized, really colorful and beautiful designs. And he does it for these are for Star Wars. He has ones for Marvel and DC and stuff like that. But he also has these really great anamorphic animal designs on there. And it's all of this stuff is on the Slickwrap. It's slickwraps.com. You can find that stuff there. And this thing is incredible. I absolutely love this thing. It just sits on my desk, and it's this really nice accent to my design and my desk. So that's fantastic. Absolutely love that thing. But they have all kinds of stuff. It's basically just these high quality stickers, that goes on, say, your phone. So if you have your phone, it'll actually form fit to your phone to where it actually looks like whatever the sticker that you use to place on your phone, it looks like it came off the assembly line that way. It's so insane. And I've bought a lot of their stuff, and I was lucky enough to be accepted into their brand ambassador program. And so, I mean, what does that mean? What does it mean to be a brand ambassador? Basically, the difference between somebody like a brand ambassador and somebody who is sponsored by a company is, at least in my view, brand ambassadors are more there for the passion because they genuinely love the product, which I do. I genuinely love the Slick Wraps product. I've been, you might have seen in some of my other videos, there was a buy or buy series where I was talking about a whole bunch of different kinds of cell phones, and I was just talking to the camera saying Slick Wraps, contact me, I love your stuff. And I wasn't trying to do it just to, I was kind of trying to be funny, but I was serious. I really wanted to work with them, really, really badly. And I was doing whatever I could to try to work with them because I loved their stuff. So brand ambassador, it's there for the passion. Somebody who is in the sponsorship is there, I mean, for the money. And I mean, I don't say that in a negative way because there's nothing wrong with that, right? But they're just kind of there. They want to talk, sponsorship. They'll kind of get the money from the company and they'll talk about it in whatever kind of way that they have agreed to talk about it. and then they kind of move on, and they kind of go to something else. And they might work with that company again, they might not. But a brand ambassador, they're there for the long haul because they love the product, and that's what I want to do for Slick Wraps. And what that kind of means is that you'll get stuff every so often. And this thing right here, they sent me this package from Slick Wraps, and I kind of wanted to wait to open this up, because this is kind of, how do you open this? Right there, I guess there's one. I wanted you to see some of the things that they sent me, so you'll kind of know like what I'm going to be making videos about in the future. I'm going to be, you know, doing instructional videos on how to put the products, you know, on different kinds of things. So I wanted you to kind of see what they sent me to kind of let you know a little bit more about their products. So, oh my God. Oh, you can't see it. Okay, sorry. Let me kind of set this off. I set this off to the side here. Okay, so, oh my, ooh, okay, so like this is like all of the, okay, here, this is easier to show first. All right, so this one, this is a mouse pad. And as I said, they have different types of Star Wars stuff. This is a short mouse pad. Doesn't go across your whole desk. But, oh my God, that is beautiful. Look at that. So obviously that's stylized Darth Vader. That's really, it's awesome. That's really cool. Also in here you have a case. This is like one of those like clear cases. I actually have one of those on my phone right now, but it's a little bit dirty. So thank you, Slick Wraps, for sending this to me, because I really needed this. But this is like a clear case, so you know, if you put like one of their wraps on your phone, it's able to showcase it. You can still see it because it doesn't hide the back of your phone. That's really great. It's awesome. Whole bunch of like these like stickers, like these little like Slick Wraps kind of stickers, like a whole bunch of those. I'm probably going to be sticking these things on literally everything. Yeah, a whole bunch of that. Okay, and then the rest of it is in here. So I can already see something that I'm so excited to get. I've seen it on their website, and I'm so stoked that they sent this to me. This is so awesome. This, here, I'm gonna try to focus this because it's hard. Here, the lighting is a little bit off. Here, can you see that? This is, it's like this is gonna be a wrap for your phone. So here, I'm gonna try to adjust it one more time. This is gonna be like a wrap for your phone, and it's gonna go on the back side of my phone, and it's this like retro Apple look. I'll put a link in the description down below as well for you to actually like see it in a little bit better lighting. There we go. Gotta get back to that, and I'll be putting that on my phone. Also, make sure to stay to the end of the video because I do have something special. I have a discount codes for you, so keep that in mind. Keep staying around, okay? This is a skin for the Amazon Echo. I have like one of the small ones, so this is like, it's like a wood grain. That's really cool. Oh my God, this is so cool. Sorry, I'm geeking out a little bit. This, and oh my God. All right, so I have like an Xbox One as well as a PS4, but they sent me the skin for the Xbox One. This is Captain America. That's gonna go over my controller. And it just literally just like form fits right on there. And it's, keep in mind that this stuff is more than just a sticker. Like, it is this high grade professional, just, it almost feels like it came off the assembly line that way. Like, it doesn't feel like a sticker. It feels like it's actually, like, the material feels like it's actually part of your, whatever the thing that you're putting it on. This stuff is incredible. All right, so this is more, I guess this is like the panels for the Xbox One. So it'll kind of like go like on the front and the sides and everything like to complete the picture. So, I mean, I'm sure that you'll know what this one is going to be. This is going to be the larger side. Oh my God. How awesome is that? Captain America right there. That's going to be going right on the top of that Xbox One. Again, this is like more like accent features and stuff that's going to plug in like basically every single piece that's like on the Xbox One is going to be covered in these skins. And so I'll be getting this stuff every so often. So whenever like new stuff comes out, you know, I can discuss this with you guys and just kind of let you know and keep you updated on all the newest stuff from Slick Wraps. If you want, you can actually go to, well, once again, I'll put this in the description below. You can go to www.sw, rather instead of saying that, you say sw.life/JD5. And again, I'll put that in the description. I know I said that terribly. But basically what this does is that this allows you to get a $5 discount off of anything that you buy off of Slick Wraps. Or you can just go to Slick Wraps, and then the coupon code is going to be JD5 as well. So it's just my name, JD, and 5 for how much money you'll get off of your purchase. I'll always be here to let you know about the newest stuff that comes out from them. I'm so proud and just excited to be able to be a part of the brand ambassador program with Slick Wraps, and I can't wait. Like, I can't wait to see the newest stuff. I can't wait to show you all of their products, and I can't wait to just, I just can't even put it to words. I'm just so excited. So excited. This is so incredible. So once again, thank you, Slick Wraps, for allowing me to be a part of your team and a part of your family. I look forward to being able to express that to my audience and having them gain the same passion that I have for your products. And everyone in my audience, thank you. Thank you for staying for this incredibly long video. I'm so sorry. And it's 5,000 subscribers. And I can't wait to show you the different things that I'm going to be able to bring to you from these type of numbers and the different type of opportunities that I'll have from this. And just from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I'm never going to stop doing this. I don't plan on it. And I can't wait until I get to 10,000. I can't wait until I get to 25, 50, 100. And I don't think I'll ever be able to express how wonderful all of you are. It really means the world. See, this is why I can't talk about this stuff. I get emotional. All right, I'm gonna end this before I actually start crying on screen. I might be a big guy, but you know, I'm okay showing the emotion. Oh, one last thing. This thing right here, if some of you might be wondering, this says Cutter Nation on here. This is actually, I've talked about this guy before on one of my other thank you videos. His name is Jonathan Sintez. He's one of my closest friends. Dare to say my best friend. And he's a baseball player, professional baseball player and pitcher out in Mexico, and he has his own line of shirts. This is one of the most comfortable shirts I've ever worn in my entire life. I wear it literally all the time. And it says Cutter Nation. It has a whole bunch of different types of shirts, and I'll put his link in the description down below as well for his channel as well as his store, so you can get some really comfortable shirts for you, for everyday use. And it's kind of also wraps up this whole thing of, what are you going to do when you have the influence? What are you going to do with this power? Power is probably the wrong word. I don't like using that. With this opportunity to give to others. I want you guys to go and subscribe to those channels that I talked about, because I think that those people deserve the love that you've given me. I want you to go to my friend Jonathan's page and look at his products and see if it's something that you would like, see if it's something you might want to be able to purchase. Give him the love as well. And I want to leave you with a thought of, if you're doing this yourself, or if you decide that you want to do this yourself, first of all, don't hesitate to contact me. You can follow me on my Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. It's JD Tech TV for all of those. And that's probably a good place to go and follow me anyway, because I'm going to be able to tell you all about the newest Slick Wrap stuff. That's where I'm going to be announcing anything that's new there. But also, just to keep up with me and kind of let me know what you're going through. Let me know about your channel. Let me know the challenges that you're facing. Let me know the success that you're gaining, and I want to be able to celebrate your success. And I just want to have these have this long relationship with everyone that has subscribed, because I think that kind of thing is important. At this point, I'm rambling. So once again, thank you. Thank you for staying around if you have stayed for this long. And I hope to be able to see you guys at one of these 10,000 videos pretty soon. Love you guys. Thanks.